don't want you to know what it feels like to keep all of this pain so concealed. Like I want out of this plane, I told my psych, you don't need to, you don't need to. I'm losing patience, living in damnation. I'm dark vibrations, singing incantations. It must sound like I'm mad, I'm never found to be glad. I'm working out of the math, the answer's always been sad, yeah. I'm a zero summation, lost in translation. Here's my resignation, from this life I'm not staying. My whole lifestyle passing fad. You'll remember the times we had, the times we had, yeah. All these pleasures my brain can't have, I want out, so please don't be sad. Give it up cause I'm getting out, don't be sad, you could let it out. All the shit I'm forgetting now, my whole life I've been checking out. All I said you could send it out, light it up, now I'm headed out. This is the end of my part now, we will be never apart, no. I'm losing patience, living in damnation. I'm dark vibrations, singing incantations. It must sound like I'm mad, I'm never found to be glad. I'm working out of the math, the answer's always been sad, yeah. Don't leave, I need you with me. Don't die, I need you alive. Don't go, don't leave me alone. You said, yeah. My entire life feels like one big mistake, and all these pills inhibit re-uptake. I can't arrive at any reason to wait. Take it one at a time, only take it one night at a time. And I don't care, cause I don't give, I take from this world so superficial and fake. In all your joys I simply cannot relate. Take it one at a time, only take it one night at a time. I say goodbye, it's getting late now. Please don't cry, you'll know I made it out. Say goodbye before I fade out, before I fade out, before I fade out. I'm losing patience, living in damnation. I'm dark vibrations, singing incantations. It must sound like I'm mad, I'm never found to be glad. I'm working out of the math, the answer's always been sad, yeah. I'm a zero summation, lost in translation. Here's my resignation, from this life I'm not staying. My whole life's a passing fad. You'll remember the times we had, times we had, yeah. Let it out, all the shit I'm forgetting now. My whole life I've been checking out. All I said you can send it out, light it up, now I'm headed out. I don't want you to know what it feels like to keep all of this pain so concealed. Like I want out of this plane, I told my psych, you don't need to, you don't need to. I'm losing patience, living in damnation. I'm dark vibrations, singing incantations. It must sound like I'm mad, I'm never found to be glad. I'm working out of the math, the answer's always been sad, yeah. I'm a zero summation, lost in translation. Here's my resignation, from this life I'm not staying. My whole life's a passing fad. You'll remember the times we had, the times we had, yeah. All these pleasures my brain can't have, I want out, so please don't be sad. Give it up cause I'm getting out, don't be sad, you could let it out. All the shit I'm forgetting now, my whole life I've been checking out. All I said you could send it out, light it up, now I'm headed out. This is the end of my part now, we will be never apart, no. I'm losing patience, living in damnation. I'm dark vibrations, singing incantations. It must sound like I'm mad, I'm never found to be glad. I'm working out of the math, the answer's always been sad, yeah. Don't leave, I need you with me. Don't die, I need you alive. Don't go, don't leave me alone. You said, yeah. My entire life feels like one big mistake, and And all these pills inhibit reuptake. I can't arrive at any reason to wait. Take it one at a time, only take it one at a time. And I don't care, cause I don't give, I take. From this
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the zoo. I'm the Rusty Panda, and I am here for you. Welcome back to Wiki Wednesday. We've got SockCop up in his house.
Hello, how's it going? Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm so glad to have you. This is great. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy to be here with you.
Oh,
If you've never been to Wiki Wednesday before, this is the show where we ask streamers 15 things they like, 5 things they don't, and we go down the Wikipedia rabbit hole, going ahead and exploring those topics and talking to our streamer about all the things that they put down. Without further ado, let's get started. One of my favorite things that you put on your list was lava lamps. I
oh yeah.
It was so random and so perfect. Um, Okay, so let's talk about why you like lava lamps. What's the reason you put this on your list?
Well, I just love a dadgum lava lamp. Period.
Yeah.
Just looking at it, the way that it looks, it's all colorful and stuff. The general vibe that it gives off is very I don't know, it's very appealing to me. I just like it. And plus it's like completely pointless.
Oh yeah?
I love that. Yeah, because it's not really a very good lamp. Like if that's the only thing in your room, you're still not gonna you can't like read really. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
It just looks cool. Like that's the only thing that it does, is it looks cool.
I agree. It doesn't have much purpose other than looking cool. What's your favorite combination? There's a lot of combinations.
Oh, there are. I follow one of these dadgum groups or something like that where they collect them, and people get really into it. But I honestly haven't really seen one that I don't like. I'm kind of a fan
Ooh.
of the classic red.
Mm-hmm.
This is like lava kind of thing. But I had like a blue one, and I've had a purple one before. Yeah, that guy right there, that one's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
the
I like
original
that.
Mathmos Astro lava lamp. When was
Oh yeah.
this? When was this discovered? 1963. The founder of the
Oh yeah,
lighting
yeah.
company Mathmos.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast one time, and they were talking about the invention of the lava lamp, and it's pretty cool. They're pretty much, I think they got it right like on the first try. They called
Wow.
it like the Astro lamp or something along those lines. But
Yeah.
the and then they sold it, and then it went like crazy, and they sold like a bajillion of them in the '60s, and then they basically like went bankrupt, and I think somebody else came in and was like,
Ooh.
"No, this is cool," and then bought it for like $1 or something.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see. History. Um, and yeah, you're right. So American lava lamp maker Lava World, formerly Lava Simplex Scribe International,
Oh,
moved its
fancy.
production to China, and in '08 it was acquired by Talon Merchant Capital, and its name was changed to Lava Light LLC. I love the alliteration of the Lava Light LLC.
Yeah, it's a much better name.
In 18, the lava lamp brand was acquired by toy and gift maker Schilling Inc., who continue to hold the U.S. trademark rights to both shape and name of lava lamp. Okay. I'm curious how much he bought it for, but I don't think it's going to tell us. But that's
Yeah, I forget
cool.
what they said, but yeah, the whole story of it's pretty neat. They was able to fill out like a whole hour long podcast about it, and I was sitting there listening, like, oh, what happens next? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was pretty interesting as far as patents between lamps go.
Yeah, and there's a lava lamp factory former in Irving Park Road, Chicago.
Oh man, that's probably like some fancy apartments or something now.
You're probably right.
I would love to live there though. Could you imagine? You could feel like the vibes of 10 million lava lamps that have been made throughout the years, like haunted by lava lamps. That'd be a great place.
It's just that you don't have actual light bulbs, they're just lava lamps
They're just
everywhere.
lava lamps, just floating all over the place.
I love it. Let's see. So they hmm, they look really cool, but what are they made of? Wax?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it's like paraffin wax.
Heat causes reduction in the wax tendencies. Special colored wax mixture. That's okay.
Yeah, people
Um,
go people go crazy in the little group that I follow, where they customize all the little colors, and they swap out the waxes and do funky stuff with it. It's pretty
wow.
neat. put them in different containers and all this kind of stuff.
And now,
But still, ultimately pointless.
translucent liquid, do you know what that is? Did they tell you in the podcast what that was? Like, is it just
They
water?
did, but I didn't keep it. I forget exactly what it is. I know like if people will buy them like from the Goodwill or whatever and restore them, and there's some sort of solution that you can buy, and that's what people use. So I don't know if that's what like comes in it, or if that's like an upgrade that people do. You know what I mean? Like customize it, make the wax waxier or something. I don't know what it does, but
Makes the wax waxier. Yes, I believe that is the technical term.
they're also used in in like internet things
Wow.
because they're random. So they have these cameras that face this big wall of lava lamps, right? And basically what it does, it's like some sort of internet security thing. So it takes like a picture, and that particular combination of all of those lava lamps where they're at converts to like this algorithm thing, and then they use it for like security or something like that.
Wow.
I forget the details.
No,
That's
that
the
was
dumb guy's
good.
version of it.
I'm looking it up at Lava Lamp and on the Wikipedia, and you're like, no, I've got more information than that. And that's
Yeah,
amazing because that's what I was
I didn't
hoping
mean to.
for.
I'm sure it's all there somewhere, but it's pretty neat how they use so it actually does have a use. Unfortunately, they figured
Unfortunately.
out how to use it.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah,
don't
I
don't use it.
had. Did you have a lava lamp when you were a young sock?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've had many lava lamps throughout my years. I've got one now, but it's not. It doesn't really work right. That was one of the reasons that I joined that little group. I was like, oh, they could probably tell me how to fix it. But it's sort of like you jump on any Reddit or anything like that, and then you just get bombarded with all kind of stuff. And people say, do it this way. Then other people go, no, you moron, do it the other way. And people are like, what are you stupid? Don't do it that way. It's this way. And you're like, never mind. I'll just buy a new one. So I just haven't got one yet.
Yeah, I would just buy a new one. I think
That's the plan.
restoring a lava lamp is just much more complicated and time consuming and expensive than if I just bought one.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I mean, it's not like they're that expensive anyways.
How did the lava lamp break?
Oh no, this I don't know what happened to it. It doesn't float. Like I think the little because there's like a little metal gimmick at the bottom, and that's what heats up. And then I got a bunch of
Oh.
wax stuck to it. So now like you turn it on, but then the wax stuff is just like nope, I ain't going nowhere. I'm just gonna sit right here. I ain't lava floating nowhere. So I mean, it still lights up just as fine, but it's boring to look at because it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything, yeah.
No, just what
Mm-hmm.
the blowhard's talking about how I accidentally knocked it over one time. I used to have it on the stream. I had a little
Oh.
webcam, and you could check on the lava lamp. And then I threw something at. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's what happened. I threw a VHS at it
Oh.
on accident.
Thank you for the large emote, but that is perfect.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what happened. It was immortalized. But it's as you can see, it's not lava-ing appropriately at
No.
that point. So that's why I threw something at it. I thought they might fix it, but it didn't work.
It didn't work. Yeah. Trying to heat it up like with a lighter on the outside too and just
Ooh,
like
yeah, I get one of the like a hair dryer.
yeah.
Just go to town on that thing. It might work. I
Exactly.
don't know.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, okay. So I just like that lava lamps was on the list cuz it's so different. It's so like there's a lot of things that are on a lot of people's lists, but I've never seen lava lamps, so I
Nobody's
love
put
that.
lava. Oh, that's good. That makes me
Mm,
feel good.
yeah.
Makes me feel bad for the lava lamp, I guess, but not really.
No one
It's a
loves the
lamp,
lava lamp, yeah.
but I do. I love that daggone lava lamp.
Okay. Let's see. Tell me about. Let's go into VHS.
Yes.
That seems to be a common theme with you. Where's my search bar?
Is there a
Okay.
bar where you can search for the search bar?
Right? What? Oh, there it is. Okay, they hit it with a magnifying glass.
Oh, those tricky guys
Mm-hmm. So tell me
and
about
gals.
VHS. How did this all get started?
Well, I like watching things on the VHS. I always had VHS, had the VCR and things, and it was magical because you could record things from the TV and you could watch it later. And if you had a camera, then you could record your own stuff onto a VHS and you could watch it. It was magic. I don't know how it works. It's some sort of magnets and tape and electricity. I still don't know how it works. Still witchcraft to me. Like you could watch anything you want on the internet, but the internet's just like a series of tubes. You know, it's kind of boring, like the technology there. But you take that plastic thing with magnets in it, put it in this little thing, and it goes, and it plays, and then you watch it a thing on the TV. It's still magical to me.
I
But
think
it's weird.
so. And so you said when I last talked to you that you didn't have a car one rewinder.
No, I do not. No, I do not. I did know someone who had the car rewinder, and I
Yeah.
and I like to use it.
I don't know what
But I
it's
but I don't
called.
think I ever had it myself. I don't believe. Or if I did, I don't have it anymore, which is a
Right.
shame. But I would never throw that away. So obviously it must have been stolen.
There it is. There's a tape rewinder, but mine was shaped like a car.
Yeah, see that's kind of like the one that I have now.
Let me
It's just
see.
a regular little rectangular thing, and I have to hold it in the right place because it doesn't work right. Otherwise it just spins and does nothing.
I love it. Yeah, that's pretty much sums up a VHS where you're just like, you know, throwing it against the wall because it won't rewind. And you're like, for me, I took a lot of videos when I was younger. I had my own portable camera my dad had gotten me.
Mhm.
And so my friends and I would just do stupid stuff. Like, I'm really glad it's not on YouTube today because it's
Yes,
super stupid.
you and me both.
And so the thing is that it was on the little tape, and I had a big tape that you could put the little tape in.
Oh yeah, the little adapter thing. I got one of those. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that's just another layer of magic added to the thing.
Right.
Little
Yes.
tape and the big tape and the big machine to the big TV.
I could
Oh
watch it
man.
in the big TV, and I didn't have to plug in all of my, I don't know, audio jacks and stuff like
Yeah, all the
that.
little adapter things you got to plug in because usually like back then everything was pretty solid in place. So if you needed to hook something up to like the back of the VCR, you was gonna have to go on an expedition to like behind the entertainment center where God knows what is living. There's spiders back there. You know what I mean? You had to fight the spiders and figure out what cord was what, and it was a whole thing. So if you could just put it in the VCR, you was way better off.
So
But I'm in
tell
the same boat. We did the same thing. We would just record all these stupid little movies, and thank goodness that there was no YouTube to put it on, because we most certainly would have done it.
yeah. Yeah, I still have the cuz I don't have the tape and tape anymore. And a
Hmm.
lot of the tiny ones that I have, the top broke off so you can see the magnetic strip and it
Oh no!
still functions inside the camera.
Oh good.
So like I'm like very delicate with it. It's like wrapped in like bubble wrap, but I can plug it into my TV and I cuz I don't have a VCR, plug
Hmm.
it into my TV and I could watch old videos from XX amount of time ago.
Right.
So,
Oh, that's great
what
too.
is some of the stupid stuff you did if you want to share some?
Oh man, there's all kind of stuff. We would just do like little skits and things. You know what I mean? We watched a
Yes.
lot of like sketch comedy shows. So we would just do
Whose
dumb
line is
little
it anyway?
little thing. Yeah, we'd watch some stuff like that. We were real big on fake commercials. That was always something. For some
Yeah.
reason, we always thought was very funny. We would just like grab something and be like, "Do you need this thing? You can buy it from us for 19.99." And then we, you know what I mean, just show a thing and just be stupid, and then we'd hook it up and watch it and be like, "Oh, we're so funny. Someone should give us $1 million."
Yes. And just thinking about some of the ones that we did, and they are not PG, so I'm not going to go into them, but
Hmm.
like they were ridiculous. Like you want to
Yeah.
talk about not child, we were teenagers, self expression.
Hmm.
And again, you just put that now that everybody puts that stuff on like TikTok and YouTube and all that other stuff, and I'm like,
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
why? It's so cringy. We couldn't even
Very
watch our
cringy.
own movies. We would make movies like we had The Return of James and then The Return of James's Killer, right?
Ooh.
Right? And so there was two, but like we did a battle scene, but the battle scene was on a trampoline and they
Oh
had to
yeah, yeah,
take
yeah,
their
yeah.
shoes off before they went on the trampoline.
Class. That's a dead giveaway that it's not a real movie. Dead giveaway. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a trampoline too, so we did the same thing. We would do, like wrestling matches and stuff on the old trampoline and all kind of stupid stuff.
I love it. Yeah, no, no, a lot of people can't understand the amazingness that was the first cam.
Oh yeah.
I went into high school with a digital camera, and it made me, love the videos and stuff, but nothing was quite like my camcorder.
Oh yeah, yeah. It definitely changed because now you got one in your pocket. You could just film whatever you wanted. You could edit it right in the whole thing and send it to whoever and all that kind of stuff. But back then, I was all like, oh, that'd be so cool if I had all that stuff. And then now I have it, and I'm like, nah, I'll take a picture of soup every once in a while, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Not really using it for a whole lot.
That's great. So VHS, and we're gonna go into short films in a minute, but as far as VHS, how did you intertwine that into your stream? Because you have like a pug that's licking the window, and I don't know about that. I'm still newer to your stream. So can you
Oh yeah. Well,
explain
it
the
don't make
pug
no
and
sense
stuff?
anyways.
Oh, okay.
There's not a whole lot of lore to it. That's just my good buddy Rupert, and he cleans the screens. And occasionally, back when Skype was around, I would have people like Skype in, and they
Uh-huh.
would be on the TV, a la Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yes.
And but now people don't really want to be on camera and stuff, so I don't really do that much anymore. But that's just a TV VCR combo picture
Yeah.
that I found that I thought would be cool. But I have a lot of VHS. I've got several shelves. One of the walls in my room here is full of shelves full of VHS tapes, and I usually will take I'll have a VHS of the day. Like
Right.
here, I've got this is left over from yesterday's show. Spice World was the VHS of the day, and then we always play a game to see if it's rewound or not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not.
That's
But you get to
great.
read the back of it. You know what I mean? And see the cool like cover art and everything.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm
And you
just a
said
big
his
fan
name
of
is
it.
Rupert?
Yeah, Rupert.
My
Rupert is his
friend's
name.
pug name is Rupert.
Get out of
I'm
town,
not even
really?
kidding. My face just lit
Whoa!
up when you said Rupert. Because I was
Oh, that
like,
is awesome.
that's his, like, baby.
Oh,
So, yeah, he wants to
that's
adopt
such
like
a great name for
600
a pug.
pugs because he loves them. But Rupert is always going to have a place in his heart.
Oh, that is
That's,
spectacular. That makes me so happy. I
yeah.
can't even tell you. There's
Rupert.
another pug named Rupert out there. I wonder if he likes to lick TVs too. Probably.
He likes licking the screen doors, not screen, glass doors to get
Oh,
outside.
yep. There you go. Yeah, it's just a pug thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Oh,
A
good.
Rupert pug.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go a little bit more into VCR real quick. So, did you have a TV with a built-in VCR, or did you have a VCR player and a TV?
Mine were mostly separate. I did have some combos, some TV VCR combo jobs, and those were pretty cool. But I
Yeah.
always liked it. I liked it separate because usually if it was built into the TV, you didn't have all like the input output things that you really needed to like
Right.
record. Because I would take like two of them, and you could like edit. You could take things from one tape, put it on another tape, and then you could like reroute the audio cables. You could plug in like a tape player or CD player, and like dub music over it and
Yes,
stuff
that's
like that.
right.
But
Wow.
you couldn't really do that if it was built in. It didn't really give you all the things that you needed. So I liked a dedicated
Dedicated one.
machine. And then plus if the VCR broke, then it's just dangling from the bottom of your TV there forever. You know what I mean? You just got a broken thing attached to your TV.
You're
Just seems
right.
like a bad idea.
You're right. We had rotation TVs in my household, so it started with like we had this gaming TV that my brother would play like the original games on, and my dad
Hmm.
had the big TV because they didn't want him playing games on the big TV. Well,
Right.
then that TV went into my mom and dad's bedroom, so that way they had a TV to watch. And then it just rotated out. They got a better TV, my brother got the one. And then that TV rotated to my brother and rotated to me, and I got the VHS TV.
Oh man. That's exactly how it worked for us too.
Yeah.
There was the big TV. That was the living room TV, the big family TV. That was
Mm-hmm.
always the nicest one.
Right.
And then whenever a new one would come to take that, they would just get passed on down the line.
Yep. Yeah.
We had a kitchen TV at one point. I felt like a dadgum Rockefeller had a kitchen TV. Watch Dr. Phil and cook ramen noodles at the same time
Oh
because
my
it just had the
gosh.
the rabbit ears on it.
Right. Yeah. 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 The my brother has a kitchen TV, and he refuses to put on Elmo because then the kids won't eat.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so we went ahead and puts on music, but she still wants to look at the TV to figure out like what the background is doing and all that stuff. I was like, just turn off the TV. It's not
Right, yeah, yeah,
helping
yeah.
you at all.
Sounds like it needs a speaker would be more suited for that purpose. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same. I'm the same way as the kids. I can't blame the kid. If there's a screen on, even if there's just like nothing on it, it could just be like a picture of a corn on the cob, and I'll be like, I'll just look at it. You know what I mean? There's a screen. I'm gonna look at it. What do you want me to do?
Right. Yeah, I used to there was an app for girls who wanted to meet other girlfriends, so that way they didn't have to worry about guys on the internet. And
Hmm.
so I found a good friend. We talked, and then I was like, let's meet up. So we met up, and we met up at a sports bar. And let me tell you, and I have diagnosed ADD. She was
Hmm.
talking, and I was like, the basketball score is 11-2. And I was just like, I'm trying to pay attention to you, but there are so many screens here, and
Oh, I know.
I don't even know about sports, but I'm watching soccer and basketball and football all at the same time, and I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah, I do the same thing. If I go to one of those places, I'm always looking around. I had to really concentrate if I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna hold a conversation.
You got to put the
No matter what it,
blinders
because
on.
I don't give a rat's patoot about basketball, nothing like that.
No.
So even if it's on, I'm still just gonna be like, oh, what did you say? I'm sorry, that guy had the ball. I don't even know who he is. But it's moving, and it's moving more interestingly than you are sitting there right now. So that's got my attention because I'm one step above like a bee or something like that. You know what I mean? Something
Just,
shiny, like
yeah.
a raccoon.
Mm-hmm. Squirrel.
Yeah, exactly.
um, all right, cool. So, did you have a camcorder like before you had a better camcorder, or did you always work with camcorder and then it just went into cameras?
Yeah, I had a couple of the camcorders. It took a while to get one.
Yeah.
I remember I had like a cousin, and his family always had one, so we would use theirs. So I didn't have one of my own until way later. My first one was like this black and white thing you had to hook up right to the VCR,
Oh my
so that
gosh.
kind of limited you. It had a pretty long cable, but you couldn't really take it outside. Wouldn't go that far.
Right.
So it
Yeah,
was just a bunch of
family
stuff in my
videos.
room, and then uh, and then I finally got one later that was pretty cool. You could zoom and this and that and the other on it. It was great. So I enjoyed that
Yeah.
and used that for many years. I wasn't able to like digitally do things to where I could put it on the computer and like edit it until like way later than most people.
Yeah.
Even though I should have been able to. I mean, the technology was there, but it was probably like I think like 2007 to 2008, something like that, before
Mm-hmm.
I was able to like get a video on a computer. And I was like, look, it's on the computer. Look, everybody. And people were like, nobody cares. But I was excited.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I got in trouble actually in high school for the camera that I had. And it wasn't until like the last 3 months of senior year they finally said something. Like I had this camera for 4 years. I was in an acting program. I went to a performing
Ooh.
arts high school. So I was in this acting program, and senior year, our teacher would leave us for 3 class periods in a row. He would just leave.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
so, of course, a bunch of actors are going to act like goofballs. And so I just would videotape them. And finally, I got caught because I put one on Facebook.
Oh, man. Yeah, that'll do it.
I almost got suspended. I was like, there's no rules for this. Like, I am the first one to ever do this. Like, there's no rules because of the timeline that we were in.
And they just went to suspension. That's what they were gonna. They were like, oh, wow,
Yeah,
what?
my mom's like, you have no right to do that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that seems a little excessive.
Right. Yeah, they were like, you are going to expose the acting program as a foolish thing because the kids are messing around. I was like, we're teenagers. Like,
Yeah.
what
Oh
did.
my goodness
Stop
gracious.
leaving us for 4 hours in the same room.
Yeah, you were unsupervised. This is the teacher's fault. I blame him.
Yeah, yeah.
Put him on the witness stand.
Good times, good times.
I love seeing the video. There was a time, and a lot of people don't remember this, but if you had like a camcorder, people would be like, "Oh, what is that? Oh, look, oh, it's a camera," and then they would wave at it, Nobody knew why they were waving at it, but you just there was the instinct for the long time just wave at the camera. So you see sometimes people back in like high school, like like late '90s, something like that, walking around with a camcorder and
Uh-huh.
they're just going through the hall. But hardly anybody, people didn't really do that. So there's not like any
Mm-mm.
video of the inside the schools around that time. So
Yeah.
but the few that survived are very interesting to watch.
They are. Yeah, there was a few that I just saw recently of the kids in the 90s and doing around for a project and stuff like that and just seeing like people like, hey, or making
Yeah,
faces or
yeah,
whatever. You're just
yeah.
like,
Everybody had like that default camera thing. Like when you saw a camera, this is the thing you did. Like you would either wave or you would do a face or you go, something along those lines. Everybody had their default thing they did. But and then I guess at some point it just went away. Now if you like
yeah.
filming with your phone, people just like, all right, whatever.
All right, we are gonna look at short films. Wow, this
Oh yeah.
is interesting.
Oh,
Left
that's interesting.
in
Yeah.
Nerfititi y Aquedatos. 1973, a film with 30-minute running time.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but
So
it looks great from the
tell,
picture.
tell me about a few short films that you've watched that you like.
I just love like all kinds of short films. The great thing about them is they're like not necessarily like disposable, but sort of like bite size. It sort of like gives you a piece of a thing. My problem is a lot of things go on for too long,
Oh,
like these shows and stuff. They come out like a show, and each episode is an hour long. And then there's like 10 episodes a season, and they do 9 seasons. And I'm like, what could possibly be interesting for that long? There's no way. And it always gets wacky at some point. You know what I mean? Somebody becomes president, or so, they're like something.
right.
They get abducted by aliens or something. You're like, what? This is a show about a gas station. What's going on? And it gets so weird. So I love a short film that's just like, here's the thing. Look at this guy. Hey, look what's going on here. But it's over. You're like, whoa. I would love to see more of that, but there's not more. So there we go.
Right. Do you
I
watch
saw a thing and I enjoyed it.
documentaries?
I do love documentaries. Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Mm-hmm.
documentaries.
They're usually
I'm
pretty.
watching the. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say they're usually pretty quick. So.
Yeah, usually they are. I
Mm-hmm.
like that about it. I love a good documentary.
Mm-hmm.
The documentary is like, I don't know, it's sort of like one of those things. It's either like, pretty good or just god awful. One
Just
of the two. Like,
terrible.
yeah, there's not like a whole lot of in between. I haven't seen many documentaries and just been like, that's okay. I'm either like, wow, that really, challenged my way of thinking and made me learn some things. Or I'm like, well, that was a fat waste of time.
Yeah, that's true. I think you were telling me you were about to say something about the short films that you watch.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was trying to think. I'm woefully unprepared for this one. I just sort of put short film down and then forgot
Oh,
that I put it. So I should have had some
no,
ready
it's
to
okay.
talk about. But
Give me like one that would be in your top 10.
let's see. Well, I'm really big. I like a lot of animation. So like a lot of Don Hertzfeldt
Okay.
stuff. He's got like World of Tomorrow. That's really really good, and those are like short little animated things.
Mm-hmm.
Love that guy. What do you want? Oh, the baby sock is beating on the door. You
Oh.
need something? Yeah, she's just being meddlesome. Yeah, it's such a beautiful day. Rejected anything by Don Hertzfeldt is I'm a big fan of that guy. I don't know how he does it because he
Yeah.
just makes like these short cartoons and somehow I don't know if he was just born rich or what, but he
Yeah.
doesn't have to work at Subway or nothing like that. He just puts out a cartoon every couple of years.
What did they say? Simultaneously tragic and hilarious and philosophical and crude and deeply sad and fatalist and yet stubbornly resolutely hopeful.
Yep, that's pretty
Resolutely.
accurate. That's full of a lot of $5 words, but it is pretty accurate. I will say that.
Yeah. Let's see. So California. He attended Mission San Jose High School and he drew homemade comic books. At school, he was drawn to animation. It was a less expensive form to work in, so I don't know
Mm.
if he was never held a job other than creating his animated films. Well, screw you, guy. You
I know, right?
lucky.
It's that kind of thing. I'm like, man, this guy's great. And then I learned something like that, and I'm like, well, I kind of want to kick him in the shin. You know what I mean?
Right. And by the way, I'm sorry if I haven't been saying hello to everybody. Hi. This is Wiki Wednesday, the show where we take a streamer, we ask them 15 things they like, 5 things they don't. We go down Wikipedia rabbit holes talking about it. So sometimes I miss chat and I apologize. But I see you guys and I appreciate you being here. Okay, so he said something about The Simpsons. What was that?
Oh yeah, he did one of the couch gags for The Simpsons. It's really good.
Oh, he did? Let's see.
I think his was it actually ended up being like the longest one that they ever did. He just came up with his wacky idea for it.
Oh, one of the couch ones. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now I know what
Yeah,
you're
the
talking
very
about.
like
The
the little opening
opening.
thing to do.
That's funny. That is
Yes,
really
I'm trying to
cool.
think. Bill Plimpton is another guy. Now Bill Plimpton, he's cool because all of his is just like it's like hand drawn and like colored pencils. If you ever seen any of his stuff, you're like, man, that must have took forever.
Yeah, let me see if they have. Of course, they don't have any of his work. Animated features: The Toon, Idiots and Angels, Cheatin'. Okay, there we go. There's something. There's a picture.
Yeah, that's his style right there. You pretty distinctive style from Bill Plimpton. Love
Yeah.
that guy.
Oh yeah, that looks really good. Huh.
Yeah, all kind of stuff. They used to. I got these DVDs back when the Netflix would mail you the DVDs. They had the animation
Yes.
show, and it was Don Hertzfeld and Mike Judge,
Oh wow.
and they got a bunch of like short animations and put it all together on like a little. I guess they did like a touring show or whatever with it, and then they compiled it into a DVD, and it was awesome. I loved everything about it.
Did you ever watch Oh No, Mr. Bill?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, with
From
all the
Saturday Night
shorts.
Live.
Yeah, all the shorts that they did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love Mr. Bill. That was great. The Pizza Hut did their own. They had Pizza Face, which was like
That's
a very similar
right.
thing. It was like Pizza Face. I don't know if they got sued or what, but they quit doing it after a while.
I
But yeah, Mr. Bill.
remember that.
Mr. Bill always getting squashed and stuff. See, I love things like that, like little sketches and stuff. Just kind
Hmm.
of short, bite-sized thing. I just don't like stuff that goes on forever and ever and ever and ever, like a
No.
Lord of the Rings or
Oh
something
my
like that. I
god,
mean,
I
Lord of the Rings is
know.
fine, but it's like, come on, man.
Get to the point.
How far are these guys gonna walk? You know what I mean?
It's just so funny because you're saying all the things that I think. Like,
Oh, good.
I don't watch movies, I don't watch TV. If I do, it's short and compact, or it's something I've seen before that I can, like, color while I'm
Yeah.
watching it, you know?
Yeah, that's me too. I've been into a lot of like comfort TV, old sitcoms and things. I love
Mm-hmm.
sitcoms too. They don't really
Oh.
make many of those. I
What
should
do
have put that on the list instead of short films. I got
sitcoms?
more to talk about with that.
All right, tell me. Tell me, what do you got?
But I just love sitcoms. I like Golden Girls and Married with Children, and I like Roseanne is one of my favorite comfort shows. I like pretty much pretty much any sitcom. Like no matter how terrible most people think it is, I love it.
What about, okay, wait, sitcom. What about, hmm, I didn't watch many sitcoms. I did watch things like, if we're going a little closer, like House, and I did for a
Yeah.
while watch Grey's Anatomy, but then like season 4, I was like, we're done here. Now they're on season 21. That's an
Good lord.
example of a television show that has gone too far.
Yeah, that's like a soap opera type thing going for like 100 years.
Yeah.
But I love
21.
a sitcom like the way like Married with Children. Like you got the basic premise, but you could just pick any random episode and watch
Yeah.
it, and you're gonna know what's going on. And I think there's like an art to that. You know what I mean? I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's easy to sit there and go, they do this, and then they do this because this guy does this, and then that goes that, and if you come in the middle, you're not gonna know what's up. But to be able to just
Right.
like set up a thing to where somebody could come in knowing nothing about it and
Mm-hmm.
still understand what's going on. I don't know. There's an art to that
I
that you don't
agree.
really see a whole lot.
I totally agree. And especially because they'll keep it compact enough.
Yeah.
It's usually the 30-minute show, but it's not 30 minutes because there's usually commercials, so it's only like 20 minutes.
Hmm.
And you're just like, yes, that scratched an itch that I needed for television. Now I can go to
Exactly.
other
It's like
things.
the perfect length for it, and you can just watch one, and you're not. It's not like a cliffhanger. Like, oh no, what's gonna happen? I gotta watch the next one.
Right.
Everything now has got to be like addictive.
Right.
You could just watch a couple episodes of Married with Children and just move on what you like.
Yes.
It'd be fine.
So good. Married with Children was a great one. There was
That's
an
one of my favorites.
Oh, we were talking about Tim the Toolman Taylor. What is that show? Home
Oh yeah, Home
Improvement.
Improvement. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking about Home Improvement because I'm in a new job, like I told you, and my friend has a cubicle, and I'm very tall. I'm 6 foot. So I'm able to go ahead and go up to the cubicle and just start talking to her. And I was
You
like,
Wilson her?
yes! But she's like 21, so we had to explain Wilson to her. And
Oh, I know it. I know it. Yes, you work with some of you young folks, and you'll be like, "Hey, that's like this thing," and they're like, "What are you talking about? Something
Right.
from the Stone Age?"
Exactly. But I was like, I'm Wilson. She's like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I
I don't
was
know what
like,
you're talking about.
oh, this is wasted on you.
Yeah. Oh man, so many jokes get wasted on these children. Don't
Yeah.
know what's going on.
Don't know about VHS or
Yeah, they don't know nothing about nothing. Cranky old man. Blah,
Craig,
blah,
get
blah, blah.
off my lawn.
Get off of my lawn. I just had it cut.
Let's talk about cartoons. So what cartoons, so we were talking about animation.
Yeah.
What specific cartoons tickle your fancy?
Cartoons. I love all the old shorts and stuff, the old Looney Tunes. My favorite probably of all time would have to be Futurama, like this
Yes.
animated thing. I've seen it so many times, and I just love everything about it. It's such a smart, funny show.
They
I love
did such a
Futurama.
great job with it. And it's always funny, you're right. Like it's but okay, so if you had to rank Simpsons, Family Guy, Futurama, obviously Futurama is your number one, but what's second?
Um, I'd probably go Simpsons next,
Okay, what about
and
Bob's
then Family Guy.
Burgers?
That would go underneath. I like Bob's Burgers pretty good,
Okay,
but I think I'd rather watch The Simpsons.
then Family Guy.
Yeah,
I'm always
yeah,
interested to see where people lie with Family Guy. It's such
yeah.
a
I
it's
like it. I mean, I'll watch it. I like American Dad. I think a little bit better
American
than
Dad's
Family Guy.
funny. Yeah, and then Bob's Burgers, and there was one more that just came out not long ago, but I can't think of it. But um, I lost it. But it was right there with
It
Bob's
could be
Burgers and stuff.
Archer.
Um, Archer.
Oh yeah, Archer. I remember Archer. Yeah, I didn't watch very much of that one.
Oh, that was great until it sucked.
Yeah, that's the story with a bunch of them. With a
Right.
bunch of them, they're really good, and then they're like, "Oh, we got to keep doing it." Oh well.
Yeah, they
When I had the idea, I figured it'd be 2, 3 episodes max, and then here we are on episode 2000.
like something happened. I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, but something happened that basically could have been an ending, and they just came back and they were like alternate universe.
Oh boo, boo.
And you're just
That's
like, you
lazy.
can't do that. It is.
And they're like,
Um,
"Well, this check that they wrote says we can."
right.
So here we are.
Here we are. Davy, hello. Ari Bowberry, hello.
Sorry, bye,
Commodore.
smooches.
Um, and thank you, Davy. Davy also does a talk show. Davy's eating a sandwich, does a talk show as well. And so we're very good talk show buddies.
Oh,
And he
fantastic.
also
Yeah,
does
I follow Davies
karaoke.
eating sandwich.
Mm-hmm. He also does karaoke on his stream, so that's one of my favorite things. I just go on. We did a Broadway version of Wiki. Why did I say that? A Broadway version of karaoke,
Oh yeah,
and I just busted out Guys and Dolls. I was like,
nice.
yeah. Okay, so cartoons, Futurama. Let's go.
Broadway version of Wiki might work though. That'd be pretty
Yeah, that'd
good.
be fun.
Futurama is an animated sitcom
Sitcom.
created by Backroading for the Podcasting Company. We can do it. We can make it work. We can make that work.
That's perfect.
Take it on the road.
I love it. Okay, so tell me about pinball, because this one is a place
Oh
in my
man,
heart that I love. So tell me more about pinball.
I love pinball. It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm terrible at it. This is one of the few things that I'm terrible at, but still enjoy doing. I don't like to lose very much. I don't like getting frustrated with things.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, if I'm not great at something immediately, then I give up.
Oh my God, are we the same person?
But it could be. But for some reason, pinball, I will happily just get frustrated and play pinball. But I don't know if it's just because all the lights and the whirligigs and things moving around that just hypnotize me, or what it is. But I just love the idea of it so much.
Yeah, my dad loved pinball, so I love pinball, but what we had pinball arcade on the computer, like when
Oh,
the it was like a Pinball FX or something.
Yeah.
And I would play pinball on the computer because we didn't have a machine or anything. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, you didn't. You got to have. Would you maybe some of us maybe had like a rich friend that lived at a big house that had a pinball machine, but I didn't have one
no, I
myself.
didn't have one.
And it was just rare enough because like you go to the arcades and there'd be like the Mortal Kombat's and this and that and the other,
Mm-hmm.
but pinball had kind of fallen off. So if there was one, it'd be like this old neglected little thing in the corner that nobody's playing. It's got cobwebs all over it. And you go, it still takes like nickels or
Nickels,
something. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You go over there and play that thing, and then it's like, what? What? Oh, I forgot how to keep score, whatever. And that's another thing too. The score. I don't know how the scoring works. It doesn't make
No,
any sense. You just throwing numbers up there, and I'm like, yes, all sports should be this way.
I agree.
Oh, the guy hit the thing, 10,000 points.
10,000 points. Why? Because it went through the tube, but it went through the tube before. Yeah, but it hit the thing this time.
Yeah, but
Just
then
like,
didn't do it right the
what?
first time. But now it's in the combo multi-ball mode. Can't you tell?
10 balls come flying out. You're just trying to
Choo,
keep
choo,
them
choo,
all
choo,
on the.
choo. Multi-ball.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Even every ding is 1 point or 500 points or negative points.
Yeah, who knows? And
Good.
you can't sit there and watch it because the little ball's moving all over the place. So if you sit there and look at the score, you're not gonna know what's going on anyways. Your little ball's gonna go through. So,
I
but
hate to
I just
brag,
love it.
but I got 7,200,000 yesterday on Adam's Family Pinball. How many Twitch points is that?
Oh man, Adam's Family Pinball. That's one of the
Yeah, it's one of
that's
the good
roundly agreed
ones.
upon to be probably one of the best ones ever. Have you ever gone to one of those like pinball museum places where you get like a wristband that you can just play
Mm-hmm.
all the pinball? Oh, heaven,
Do
absolute
you
heaven.
do the ones that where you can drink in the arcade? So basically, you go in and they'll give you a wristband, and then you can go up to the bar and you're allowed to drink and play classic games.
Ooh,
It's
you know what? I don't, the place that I went to, it was sort of like that, but I don't even know if they had a bar or not. I was so attracted to the shiny objects that I was just like, out of my way, peasants! I'm playing some pinball, and then off I went. And then eventually they were like, "Sir, we've been closed for 2 hours. You must leave now." And I went, "Arr," but then I left.
okay. Danny Blue Jeans, thank you for the follow. P Chops, thank you for the follow. Okay, toys and magnets and captive balls. I'll leave that one. What else? Ball lock multi ball,
Oh yeah,
jackpot, end of ball bonus, extra ball, kickback, stackability, wizard mode, ball saver, and slam tilt.
yeah. See, wizard mode. That I would have never heard about that if you had to look at that, because I will never make it a wizard mode
No.
unless I start now and devote myself like a monk to one specific pinball game. It's not gonna happen.
This is a special scoring mode which is reached after meeting certain prerequisites to access this mode. This is a pinball equivalent of the final boss fight in video games. Examples
Oh,
includes Black Knight 2000 and Midway's Twilight Zone, named after the Who's song Pinball Wizard. Wizard comes in two varieties: goal-oriented types where the player receives a huge number of points after completing a specific task, or multi-ball modes with 4 to 6 balls in play and virtually every feature active. Some games offer both an award ladder of the condition of the completing the former. That's nuts.
yeah. The Who will never write a song about my pinball abilities. That's for sure. Not gonna
No,
happen.
they'd be like, who?
Yeah, exactly. They'd be like, "Oh, we got you." This guy sucks. The end. Next song.
Every time I think of Pinball Wizard, I think of Jukebox Hero. And I don't know
Yeah.
if it's the syllables or what, but like I see Pinball Wizard and I go, he's a pinball wizard, and then I'll like Pinball Wizard, he's a jukebox hero.
Pinball. And he's also a pinball wizard.
Yeah,
He's a
exactly.
They should hang out. I bet they would. I bet they
I
would have
bet
a
that
good
would
party.
be totally a good party.
The pinball wizard and the jukebox hero come together.
Oh, that's right. I have makeup on. Don't do that. I don't wear a lot of makeup often, so
Yeah,
that
that's
was
okay. I don't
just
either.
yeah. I don't know. Your mustache looks properly waxed.
Oh well, there's a lot of oils and creams that go into that. I guess legally you may could say that that's makeup, but I just call that my beauty routine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Skincare and mustache care is very important.
Very important. Yeah, I just love pinball so much. It's. I don't know why. It's a maybe I was a pinball wizard in a former life or something like that, and
Yeah. It's also
now
the
I came
ding ding
back.
ding 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 ding
Yeah, the
ding
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 ding because
ding.
it's fantastic because it's got like a lot of the things like a slot machine does, but it doesn't
Mhm.
like take your money at a rapid pace.
Right. It takes it quarters at, but then again, slot machines are pennies. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
that's
go to the
true.
penny slots,
Yeah,
obviously
you
a
go
lot
to
of
the
people
old
don't
penny
do
slots.
that.
Those are hard to find these days.
Uh-huh. They're another like quarter slots, and you're just like, that doesn't, it's not fair.
Yeah, most of them you gotta convert your real money into wacky casino money that's on the sheet of paper that you just have to hope they'll give it back to you at the
Right.
end of it.
Yes. Let me see if there's anything else interesting. It looks like they're just explaining what it is. Slingshots, stationary targets. Yeah, those always confused me. Just like these make sense because you're hitting something,
Hmm.
right? But this is like a light on the ground.
Yeah,
So
what is that thing?
how does
Yeah,
that?
sometimes they got like magnets and stuff in there that'll
Yeah.
like make the ball do little whoop de whoops and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then it catches it. I know. That's crazy.
It's witchcraft. I
It's
don't understand how that
wizardry.
works. But the thing is like it would always it would give you like a little goal, like a little thing would light up and be like, hit this ramp to activate the whatever
I
zone
never hit
thing.
that ramp.
And I could never do it. Like I
Nope.
could have hit that thing 10,000 times, and then the second time when it tells me to, then I'm like, well, now that's an impossible dream that I'll never achieve to be
Right.
able to hit that ball in that particular spot again.
It'll never happen.
And then it's like, oh, you missed it too late. And then the next hit, wham, right up
Right
the
up
ramp.
the.
I don't know if it's like a
Exactly.
self sabotage thing or what. I don't know what's going on with it.
Okay, so this is cool because we were talking about musicals. Tell me about Young Frankenstein
Well, that's probably my favorite movie of all time. I
and
love Young
movie, yeah.
Frankenstein. It's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. It's in black and white, so it's not gonna overwhelm your senses too much. I don't know why I'm advocating for black and white, but it's uh it's just so funny, and it's very rare for a movie that comes out in the 70s or heck 80s, 90s, 2000s that's like a comedy movie to still be funny. Like it's such a rare thing for a comedy
Yeah,
movie to hold up.
I agree. Just another blowhard. Thank you for the follow. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Good time zone. Yeah, Mel Brooks is a freaking genius.
Yeah, love Mel Brooks.
Yeah,
Pretty much anything he does, I'm gonna check it out
and
and
Gene
watch that.
Wilder
But
too.
yes, of course, Gene Wilder,
Yeah.
just the best, the
You
absolute best. He plays
lose.
such a great character.
I'll never forget him as Willy Wonka.
You
It's
get nothing.
nothing. You lose.
You stole fizzy lifting drink. I say that all the time. I probably say it at least 2 or 3 times a week.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I love it. Okay, so yeah, I agree. It holds up. The Mel Brooks seems to always hold up. Is comedy is just yeah. List the 50 greatest comedy films of all time, and number 28 was Young Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Number 56 on Bravo's 100 Funniest Movies, and number 13 on the list of funniest American movies. It deserves
That's
it.
pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. I would put it a little bit higher than that, but if I was making the list,
Good day, sir. I said good day.
I said good day. Oh, it's fantastic. It's just
Uh,
got so many great jokes in there that are just so simple, and that's what I love about it. I think like this and Airplane is another movie that's like really funny. It uses like a lot of wordplay. Like he goes and he's supposed to get the brain,
yeah.
and he gets someone from Abby Normal,
Abnormal.
because it's an abnormal brain. It's just like, oh, I mean, you know what I mean? When is
It's
that not
like
going to be funny? Never.
they said, all right, in a 2010 interview, Mel Brooks discussed how the film came about. I was in the middle of shooting the last few weeks of Blazing Saddles, and Gene Wilder and I were having a cup of coffee, and he said, I have this idea where there could be another Frankenstein. I said, not another. We've seen the son of, the cousin of, the brother-in-law. We don't need another Frankenstein. His idea was very simple. What if the grandson of Dr. Frankenstein wanted nothing to do with the family whatsoever? He was ashamed of those wackos, and I said, that's funny.
And boom, shakalaka, they
Boom
wouldn't have made a funny movie.
shakalaka. Oh my
That's all you
gosh.
need.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a classic too. It's so good. Now, do you know of the musical? Have you
I
seen?
know of it, but I haven't like seen it. I don't know if they've like recorded it or anything like that.
Oh, it's
I
so
live out in the
funny.
sticks, so they never, no touring shows or anything come anywhere near me. I'd
Yeah.
have to I'd have to go to like New Orleans or something like that
Oh,
if they
okay.
even come there. But so I'll never get to see any of that stuff live.
Yeah, they if you could find a version of it on a VHS, I
That would
would
be perfect. Yeah.
that would really be great because it is so funny.
Oh man. Yeah, I would love to see that. It like Spam a lot too. I'm a big fan of the Monty
Spamalot is
Python things.
great.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
Yeah, Spamalot is funny. Again, going to the school that I did, the high school, we went up to because it was I'm from New Jersey, and
Hmm.
so we would just after school go up to the city and watch Broadway films or
Oh.
watch live Broadway. I'm back on VHS. Okay, I'm trying.
Right, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, there would be a guy in the thing, and he would
Right.
film it on VHS and then come out and sell it to you
Sell
for
it to you.
$5. It's
Yes.
cheaper that way if you couldn't get a ticket. It's a bootleg the play for you.
But we would sit up in the sticks. Like there was one point where we saw Little Mermaid,
Hmm.
and the whole point is that she's on like roller skates, but you can't see that when you're sitting at the bottom. But when you're sitting at the mezzanine against the wall, you can see her skates. And so
Oh.
I was above sea level at that point. I was able to kind of like look down at the water.
Oh yeah, I imagine that loses a little pizzazz when you could just
Just a little
see how the
bit.
sausage is made.
That's a good interpretation of that. So, okay, tell me about speeders. People who
Oh yeah,
speed or speeders like
yeah.
yeah.
People who speed. Yeah,
Okay.
not like a Star Wars speeder.
Okay. That's what I was curious about.
Which I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm fairly ambivalent about those Star Wars speeders things. I don't know what the traffic laws are out there in Tatooine or whatever. But yeah, just people speed. That's kind of like my whole thing is I try to
Okay.
stop speeders because speeding, I firmly believe it's a gateway crime, and a lot of people do it, and they get away with it. And I
Mhm.
think people start paying attention to it, and they're like, "Hey, I'm out here breaking the law, and nothing bad's happening. So I wonder
Mhm.
what other laws could I get away? Maybe I'll do a little bit of stealing. See, but I'm not getting in trouble for this. Why not? Let's see, let's push the limits here. And then next thing you know, you got like a Charles Manson on your hands or something like that.
Right. Um, the, the highest posted speed limit in the world is 99 miles an hour applied on two motorways on the UAE. Speed limits and safety distance are poorly enforced, specifically in Abu Dhabi and Dubai motorway, which results in dangerous traffic. Additionally, drivers often drive at high speeds, and unsafe driving practices are common, especially in inner city highways.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow. Yeah, see, 99 miles an hour is insane.
Yeah, that's bananas. I don't like that at all. I don't
No.
like that. Now a lot of people, because I do complain, I talk about people driving fast and speeding. So people, I think they sort of assume that the opposite will be true. That like the slower people drive, like the happier I am. But that's not true. I'm about I like a reasonable speed.
Right.
That's what I preach is a reasonable speed. So that's the limit. You don't have to go that fast, but don't be going 5 miles. That because that's dangerous too.
Understood. Being from New Jersey, I can understand what you're saying because people are really bad drivers in Jersey because there's so much traffic. So they're like weaving and they get nowhere, when they go left lane, then right lane, then left lane, they just want to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
speed. And motorcycles here, I live in Kansas City. Motorcycles here will cut through traffic in between cars and it's legal.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah,
That
they
is
do it
interesting.
all the time. It's terrible, just terrible.
Wow, just anarchy on a daggone motorcycle if you're out there in Kansas City.
Today I saw a motorcycle go over the side of this like hill, like from the highway over the hill onto another road and then drive away.
Good lord,
It's like,
evil Knievel.
I was like, what did I just see?
Well, man, these people just
It's
well.
all motorcyclists. So really the cars are kind of fine except for a few people that cut over when there's no room.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad driving habits out there that I would love to eradicate if I could. That's why I'm sort of like I don't know. Everybody talks about like these automatic driving cars. You know what I mean? The self-driving
No.
cars or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I mean, you've met people, right? A bunch of them are stupid. So I'm like,
Yes.
I kind of trust a robot more than a lot of these people. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it may be better in the long run. I'm not. We'll have to see. We'll
We'll
have
have
to
to
see.
see. Yeah, there's a lot of good to it when it's simple, like point A to point B, in like outskirts of cities. But I don't think I could do it in like metro.
Yeah. No, it would be terrifying. I'd have to be like knocked unconscious or something like that my first
Yes.
couple of rides.
It's just somebody be like, take SockCop home. And then the
Yeah,
car's like,
exactly.
okay. And it just takes
You,
you home.
yeah, just put like a blindfold on, or just have some guy just sit in the seat and pretend. You know what I mean? Just pretend to drive, just to make me feel better about it.
Right. An
Just pay a
Uber
guy.
driver actually has a self-driving car, but he calls
Yeah,
himself an Uber driver because he sits there as a monitor.
yeah, he
So-
just sits there, just to make sure. Like to have a backup. I think that's a good
Right.
idea.
I think that's a great idea. I think having a self-driving car with a backup is probably the ideal situation.
Yeah, because they can sit there and play the Game Boy or something like that. Then all of a sudden the car goes, "Uh-oh, trouble, trouble, danger, Will Robinson," and the guy can be like, "Whoop, all right, we'll take over from here then."
Right. I guess this is my job now.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's trying to drive us over that cliff. Is that the way we're supposed to go? So like, probably not. And then the guy takes over.
Right. That's good. I think we've come up with the perfect pitch.
It's the best of both worlds.
It
As
really
long as they don't
is.
speed.
As long as they don't speed, that makes sense. And I don't think that car is capable of speeding. Because
Oh, good.
I think it follow like if it, whatever the limit is, I'm pretty sure it drives the limit.
Oh, good. I like that.
Because my
Until
car
they
will tell
invent
me what it is.
teleportation, that's good.
Yeah, that's true. I need them to invent teleportation and get my see my
That would
family
clear up
back
a
in
lot of room.
Jersey would really help. Um,
Your car tells you like what the speed limit is?
yeah, so it'll tell me
Oh, that's
like
good.
in the corner it'll be like 45 miles an hour, and then of course the odometer says you're not going 45 miles an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It says
so
a
the
lower
border
number.
of it turns red. I was like, okay, fine, 45
Oh,
miles an
jeez.
hour.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty neat car. It's a 2022, but it's a neat car. Can you believe 2022 was 3 years ago?
No, that's bananas to me. Yeah, because I was thinking, yeah, my car doesn't have that, and it's fairly new, but mine's like a 2016. So now the thing, I'm like, gee, it might as well be a Model T.
Yeah,
But it feels like it's pretty new.
I'm a little obsessed that you said he was playing his Game Boy.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do if that was my job. I
Play
was
your
like,
Game
you're an
Boy.
Uber driver, but you don't have to drive. You just sit there for like several hours a day. I'd be like, well, pull out the old Game Boy,
Let's play some Pokemon.
play some Pokemon, so I'm gonna catch them all.
Yes. Okay, so Autobahn, obviously.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on a highway that had like 80 miles an hour as a speed limit?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, because I used to live out west, out in the Arizona
Okay.
area and stuff like that. So there'd be stretches of desert out there that was just miles and miles and miles of absolutely nothing, not even a tumbleweed out there.
Wow.
And the speed limit would be 80. But that's fine though, because if you saw like another car coming, then even if you both go at 80 miles an hour, it'll be 5 minutes before you run into each other.
Right. Yeah, up in Pennsylvania on I-80, it's 80 miles an hour you're allowed to go, but it's like switchbacks. Like it's like I had to go there. I was trying to go to I can't think of it. Susquehanna, which is a college. So I was like going 4 hours into Pennsylvania, and I'm driving and I'm doing like 65. And at this point, I'm like 17 or 18 years old.
Hmm.
I'm driving and I'm like, why is everybody going so much faster than me? I see 80. Trucks are like going around
Whoa.
these switchbacks, and I'm like, I hate this. I don't want to go here. Like, I don't
Oh,
want
that's
to
scary.
drive here.
That's very scary.
80 miles an hour on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Not the Turnpike. The Turnpike is much slower. The Pennsylvania I-80, I think. Do you have
Yeah.
turnpikes down there? Toll roads?
No, we do not.
Lucky.
Yeah, most people still ride horses and stuff. We're a good 150 years behind the rest of the country down here.
Oh, okay. I understand. I understand. Um, let's see. What is this? Highest posted speed limit 45 or less. What's 100? Oh, it's speed limit 100. Where is that? I don't know states and stuff. Okay,
Wait, it says no limit in Texas.
oh, Texas is yeah, no limit. So they have no limit roads. That's insane.
Typical Texas.
It's typical Texas.
Got to do things their own way.
Yep. Where else? Where's okay? We're looking for bright yellow, or any of the blue purples. So, bright yellow here. Oh, okay. So it's I get the yellow colors. Yeah, yellow. 60 miles an hour is the highest limit in Pennsylvania. That's a lie. The lie detector detected. That was a lie.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I trust this colorful map anymore.
This map is not is no.
Telling a lot of tall tales.
Oh, this is the best one. This is the people who use miles an hour.
Oh, fine.
Oh, I love it. It's just so awful.
That is
Reasonable
so cool.
speed. Okay, reasonable speed. So this
Yep.
is what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I like. Reasonable speed.
Yep. United Kingdom or elsewhere in common law, this is known as reasonable man requirement.
Yeah, I think everybody should be required to be reasonable.
In France, the law... Oh, in France. We're talking French now.
Oh, here we go. Friend.
The French. The law clarifies that even if the speed is limited by law and local authority, the driver assumes the responsibility to control the vehicle's speed and to reduce that speed in various circumstances. If the drivers do
What is
not
when
control their
overtaking a
speed...
pedestrian? Oh, driving around.
Yeah.
I thought it meant like running over a pedestrian. Like, slow down if you're going to run over the pedestrian.
Right.
Don't want to make a mess.
That's funny. If drivers do not control their speed or do not reduce it in such cases, they could be penalized. Oh, no.
Oh.
Don't penalize me. Oh, this is called Basic Rule in the U.S., which applies to all states permitted under the Commerce Clause and Due Process Clause. Basic speed law is almost always supplemented by specific maximum or minimum. We know this. Yeah, law is statutory reinforcements of the centuries-old common law negligence doctrine, which is specifically applied to vehicular speeds. So yeah, you were talking about reasonable speed. It's like a real phrase.
Yeah, look at that. It's a header on a Wikipedia.
No.
Don't get more real than that.
Today I learned.
Yeah, seriously.
French bear. What was it? What was the French bear? Oui.
Oh, yeah, it was like Liz. Liz.
Just
But the
sounded
robot
so
said it all
sultry.
sultry. Yeah, very sultry. I was like, whoa, baby, I don't know how to feel.
PG stream. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to until the robots come up. The French robots
French robots are coming.
trying to pervert my stream all the time.
Tell me about why you hate the summer of '69.
That song sucks. I can't stand that song. That song sucks. I'm tired of it. They played it on the radio. I ripped out a radio one time. I was listening and I was like, get out of here. Get out of the radio. I'll just listen to silence. I'm not listening to this song. It's just a terrible song.
Yeah.
That's like the one bad thing Canada's produced.
Just the one.
Just the one bad thing. Everything else is great. Poutine, love it. Maple syrup, mousses, love all that stuff.
Yeah.
But Bryan Adams, you can have him back.
That's fair. Favorable reviews from music critics.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I mean, obviously somebody likes it because they play it on the radio every
All
day.
the time. So much.
All over the place.
They said
You walk into like a dollar store or something like that, and they're playing the radio. You're gonna hear that daggone song when you try to pick out what your flavor of Oreos or whatever.
it always happens around like 4th of July or something, because it's so, yeah, best driving song among Canadians who sing in their cars.
What an honor. With such prestige to win that award. Be on that list.
Sorry. Okay. 500 greatest songs since you were born. It ranks 70th. It commented that the song made people who hadn't yet had earlier either a first love or a first band nostalgic for the experience.
That's a hard disagree from me,
Yeah.
but that's fine.
Oh, Bryan Adams. Oh.
Such a terrible song. And it starts on the very beginning part. It goes, "I got my first real 6-string." I'm like, what does that mean? First real six? Like, who do you think you are? You're like,
A
a
fake
6-string.
6-string?
Yeah, would you have a 6-string? And who calls it a daggum 6-string?
There's a 12-string and then there's a guitar.
Yeah, it's just a guitar. It's like, I got a guitar. That's all you gotta say. Why you gotta sound like you're trying to be a daggum poet? I got my first real 6-string. It's like, what are you talking about, a guitar? Yeah.
Just say that.
Say that. Just say, why you gotta make it seem like? Have you ever heard of anybody? Well, let me just pull out the old 6-string here and rustle up a couple of tunes. You know, nobody likes when that guy shows up to the party.
And you're like, I'm gonna play the 4-string. You mean the ukulele? Right?
Yeah,
That's 4
or the
strings,
bass
right?
guitar, or the cello. I don't know.
I think it's 4.
I don't know how many strings they are.
Let's find out.
Probably.
Ukulele.
I think a ukulele's got the 4. Which if he's saying, I got my first real 4 nylon string, I might like it better if it was about a ukulele.
My friend recently told me that she plays ukulele, and that she was playing outside, and her neighbor came out, and she's like, "What are you playing?" And she's like, "This is a ukulele," and the neighbor continued to call it a eucalyptus. And said that ukuleles weren't real. Even though she was looking at it.
Wait, she said it wasn't real?
Yes, it wasn't a real instrument.
Oh, so she was just like, oh, you think you're so bad? You're over here playing your little
Right.
eucalyptus.
Right.
Think you're so talented? It's not even a real instrument.
That's great. Oh, I felt so bad when she said eucalyptus. I died laughing. I was like,
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Was she fuzzy and about 3 feet tall and eating eucalyptus at the time? Because she may be a koala.
There she may be. Was a koala ever your animal of the day?
Oh yeah, koala's been the animal of the day. Even though, I saw a thing on the internet one time where somebody did a whole diatribe about they were very anti-koala. They talk about how useless the koala was, and how they have chlamydia, and they're no good for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I read a whole thing about it. I don't know if it's true or not, or maybe their parents were killed by a koala and they had a vendetta. I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but they had some strong words.
There's a song called what is it? Koala, koala, no F's given. Koala, koala.
Ooh.
Obviously, it says that word, but I'm trying to keep it PG for your viewers.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
well, it's your show.
It's okay. I want it to be good for everybody.
It's a fun challenge.
But yeah, it's basically saying that they're useless and they give no F's, like, at all. So
yeah, that's one of the things this person was talking about too. They were like, apparently the eucalyptus leaves gives them like a buzz.
Yeah,
And
they get high.
And that's all they eat.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes like 55 pounds for them to get a calorie out of it, so they have to just like eat all day and they don't do anything else. They just eat the things. And they said that there were stories about where the trees have caught on fire, and the koalas couldn't even be bothered to get out of the tree that was on fire. They were just like, man, whatever.
Whatever. No, I don't give a crap.
Yeah, dude, that's fine. What do you mean, get down and go? So,
Right?
That's too much work. I'll just burn to death.
Sloths would even bother to get down, but the koala does
seriously.
not even care.
Doesn't even care. Didn't even notice it was on fire.
Right? It's like, oh, it's a little hot outside. That was weird. Oh well, let's get high.
Yeah, might as well. Let's chew on these magic leaves, man.
Man, these leaves are great, man. All right, so tell me how to pronounce this word.
Oh, that's a tchotchke.
Tchotchke. Oh, I know exactly
Tchotchke.
what this word is. Okay.
Tchotchke.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was Yiddish. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't have to Google how to spell it.
Did you?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
because
I
I
did.
would have not been able to do
No, I can't spell. I'm looking at it right now. I still can't spell it. I had to Google it.
Tchotchke.
Which you start talking about Slavic words.
Yeah, we'll just
Like
say
yeah,
trinket.
Ukrainian. Oh, they've got trinket. That's basically what it
That's
is.
we're good with trinket. We could call it a
Trinket.
trinket.
But
Look
I
at
love a tchotchke.
look at this variety of spellings. Tchotchke, tchotchke, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha. Oh, here we go. Tchotchke. That's how I would spell it.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what's funny? None of those were the ones that I typed in. I don't even remember what I typed in. It got me to it though.
Tchotchke.
Tchotchke.
I'd like
I
to
think
get
there
a
was Q
tchotchke.
involved.
I'd like a tchotchke with my tortilla.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Gave me flashbacks to a horrible experience.
Oh no, tell me.
Well, I just went to. It was like a work lunch, and I went with somebody. It's this lady who's obviously not Spanish,
Right.
but I guess she had learned some Spanish on the old Duolingo or something along those lines. So she was trying to like pronounce it and trying to like over Spanishify all the words. So she was like enchilada, all kind of stuff like that. And I was just like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing. And I could just see like the waiter and all the people working just being like,
Please just speak English.
Look at this.
We learned English so you don't have to learn Spanish.
Yes, please leave the
Because
rest of us.
please stop.
You're embarrassing yourself
Yes.
and me
Yes.
at the same time.
Exactly. So tell me about tchotchkes. So you have a bunch of them, I assume?
I do have a bunch of little tchotchkes. I love those things. It's just like, well, one thing, it's a very generic term.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just call basically anything you want a tchotchke. It's just like a little thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? And like an action figure could sort of be a tchotchke. Even though I think it's supposed to be things that have like no other use except for just decoration. But heck, you could say that about me half the time. So, the definition's pretty open. But it's just little things. I just like little stuff. Like I remember growing up, my dear old mama sock, she always collected like miniature things. So
Mm-hmm.
there'd be like a little miniature Tabasco bottle or a miniature plastic cow or something like that. She had a little shelf with all those things. I just thought it was so cool. Just a
Yeah.
shelf with stuff on it. You don't even like really mess with the stuff. You just sometimes look at it and go, look at my stuff.
Look at my stuff.
Look at it. Isn't that neat? I got stuff on a shelf. Yep.
It's
And then just
so
move on.
accurate. I keep everything that I see that I like reminds me of something. I have that
Yeah.
problem where like I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw it out because it has meaning. And
Yeah,
my
I'm the same. I'm
husband will
very
be like,
sentimental.
what meaning? And I'll be like, well, remember the time that we just went to that restaurant? And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I got it from that. He's like, what is the memory?
Yeah. No, we got it. We were together.
Why is this sentimental?
Yeah. Well, see, you're even better than I am because I'll have stuff and I'm like, oh, I can't throw this away. I got this when I don't remember where I got it, but I remember that I was like, yeah, look at this. I got it. And then I was happy, and it makes me happy to look at it. I don't even know why. And I just hang on to stuff.
That is so
Very
accurate.
sentimental.
Like I said, I think you and I are the same person.
It might be, yeah.
The same sock. Maybe I'm the other sock
The other side could be.
on the
Could be.
wrong
I was
foot.
growing up. I was always told I was an only child, but I don't know, maybe
Yeah,
he's lost it in the dryer somewhere.
that's what it is. Yep, that's
Diary
me,
of a
lost into the dryer. That's gonna
Lost
be
in
my
the
new
dryer.
motto for life. It's like, oh, watch out for Panda. She's lost in the dryer, if you know what
She's a
I
little-
mean.
Yeah, exactly. People speaking in hushed tones.
Yes.
Watch out for
Give
her.
the air quotes, lost in their
Lost in the
dryer.
Or do like a little motion with their hands,
Yeah.
so, little twirly thing.
Lost in the dryer.
The old tumble cycle didn't put her on delicate, if you know what I'm saying.
That's so accurate, man. I'm taking that with me in my brain parts.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna keep that.
Enjoy. Oh yeah, bric-a-brac is another word. that means tchotchke. I just saw that on the screen. I love that.
Bric-a-brac.
Bric-a-brac is fun to say.
Bric-a-brac. A
Bric-a-brac.
bric-a-brac-a-bric-a-bric-a-brac.
What you want? Bric-a-brac. The Beastie Boys thrift shop.
A bric-a-brac-a-bric-a-bric-a-bric-a-brac.
Rewind.
Rewind. Oh, that's
I
good
just love
stuff.
little stuff that
Yeah.
sits on a shelf. It's just like it's like a neat thing. And you look at all of it, and you're like, why would this make? Because I mean, you probably wanted to have things made. You're like, oh, that would be neat to have a thing.
Right.
But I've never made anything. But there's people out there that are just making this stuff. Like you go to a Goodwill, you see all kind of wacky stuff.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
like
do
little
you ever?
figurines, and it's like, who put up the money to like get a factory to make 10,000 of these somewhere? Like who?
Right.
Why did they think that was a good? Who's this for?
Who is this for?
Look, there's like a turlet, like a plastic turlet,
The Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtles. And
But he looks
like
drunk.
he does look great. He's not happy to be there.
No.
Whatever he's doing.
Oh, tchotchkes. I love it.
Those are great. Oh, this little Funko. I don't care for the Funkos, but
Yeah,
the
I
other
don't
ones
do
are pretty good.
Funkos because it's not a tchotchke. Like it's mass produced.
Yeah, they all look the same to me. All
Yeah.
the daggum thing. They're like, oh look, they finally made a Marty McFly Funko, and I'm like, well, it looks like the Hulk Hogan Funko to me. Like it's all
It's
they
all
all
the
they
same.
got these big dead eyes and tiny little bodies.
Yep, I agree with you completely on that.
So I never got into those. I have a few. I do have the Golden Girls. Somebody gifted me with the Golden Girls Funkos, so I
Oh,
do have those.
that's cute.
And I'm not gonna throw them away, but I wouldn't have bought them myself. I'm happy to
Right.
have them, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't have bought them.
What about the dancing hula guy? The car dashboard one?
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
I like those. You mean like the actual, like the little bobbly head?
Yeah,
little
yeah, the
character
one
thing?
yeah, the one that moves like this with the hula.
Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, I don't have one of those, but I wish I did. Yeah, I'd much
Uh,
rather have like a hula thing than a Funko Pop.
that's fair. I agree with that statement.
Other
Is
great little
cryptids a
stuff.
film or the cryptid, like list of cryptids?
Yeah, just like a list of just the idea of a cryptid.
Let me see.
You're like a Bigfoot, like a Mothman, like a Loch Ness monster,
Oh,
like the
okay.
Jersey Devil. You may have seen the Jersey
Yeah,
Devil.
I've seen the Jersey Devil. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's awesome.
I have a friend who did the art that you see in the bottom right of the screen here. I
Hmm.
was telling you about, but he also has a character in his comics called JD for Jersey
Hmm.
Devil.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
yeah, it looks really sweet. Okay, Selma Sea Ape Terrestrial
Oh,
British
yeah, the
Big
Ogopogo.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
Spanish for goat sucker.
That's right. Don't leave your goats out.
No.
It'll suck them right up.
So from
There goes the goat.
Massachusetts, South Carolina, Amazons, New Zealand, alpaca. What? Appalachia.
Oh, yeah.
I can
yeah,
read.
yeah,
It's fine.
but not deer.
It's only my job to read things. It's fine.
You're
I
doing a
have,
great
I
job.
have one job, and it's to read Wikipedia and talk to you, and I'm doing great. I'm
You are
lost
doing
in the
fantastic.
dryer, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
A yeti. Yeah.
Yeti. Love a Yeti.
A
I
skunk
think
ape.
a snow Bigfoot. Yeah,
Florida.
the old skunk ape.
Why isn't Florida Man on here?
Well, because he's real. We
We
have proof of that.
have proof.
You go to any court in Florida and see Florida Man.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Jersey Devil. Mainly the South Jersey Pine Barrens as well as other parts of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Yep.
Love the New Jersey. Love the Mothman too.
Oh yeah,
Mothman's great.
Mothman. My friend who was a Twitch streamer and musician, he no longer does it, but he's in Kansas City. He has a song called Mothman, and it's basically like it's a ballad about wanting to be taken by Mothman.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, he's got a big fan club, Mothman.
Yeah.
A lot of people love the Mothman for some reason,
Yeah, Rod.
and I get it.
What's Rod?
Rod.
Small flying stick-like creatures. Okay, but they look real.
It's just like a bug.
Yeah.
It's just bugs on a camera.
Okay. Bugs.
Bugs.
That's not a cryptid.
No, it's
It's
not.
just a bug.
It's just a bug.
It got lost on the in the Wikipedia drive some kind of way.
Yeah. Whoops. Somebody just wanted to put Rod down. That's all.
Yeah, it's gotten harder to like because I love these cryptid things, and this is a pretty good list. But the problem now is you got all these kids making the what they call the creepy pastas. So they just make up like the Slender Man. That's actually a pretty good one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
But there's a lot of these that somebody just does a Tumblr post about I saw a scary thing and then other kids are like, oh wow, that's so scary. They draw a little bad MS Paint things
Paint.
about it, and then it because so you gotta dig through a bunch of that garbage. A lot of the creepy pastas. But like the OG, like the Bigfoot, the
Yeah.
the Loch Ness monster, that kind of, I just love that. I just love that so much because like back in the caveman days, they had those things too, and they were probably like even real stuff back then. Like you imagine the
Oh,
first cave
yeah.
guy to see like a tiger or something and make it back alive, and he's trying to tell all the other cave people like, man, I see this thing. It was big and fur, and they were like, yeah, whatever, Took. You don't know what you're talking about.
Right. A Mokombe.
Mm.
It kind of looks like a lock. It kind of looks like not a stegosaurus. What's the long necked ones?
Oh, the old brontosaurus or
Brontosaurus.
brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus.
It's Mokele McBembe.
That's one of those things that like Jurassic Park taught us all these things about dinosaurs, and then now they're coming out, they're saying, oh, it's actually different. They all had feathers and stuff now.
Right, right. Yeah.
Oh, it's not a brontosaur. That was we actually messed up. That was the skull on the wrong thing. It's a brachiosaur. You're like, you're all just making this up as you go. You don't know.
You don't know. Stop.
You're correcting me on things you just made up. It doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
I do like that frog guy though.
Yeah, that frog guy was cool. What is that? Loveland Frog in Loveland, Ohio. Ohio just wanted something. I don't think that's a humanoid frog. Ohio's like, you know what, Loveland, we don't really have a mascot, so let's make it a freaking frog.
Yeah, we got to boost tourism somehow. How do we get weirdos up here to Ohio?
Right.
Not enough weirdos running around.
Not enough. Okay, so let's talk about sub sandwiches.
Sub sandwiches, yes. I love a sub sandwich. There was so many. I could have just made a list of food. I just love talking about food.
Yes.
I love eating food, looking at food. I'm a big fan. But when it comes down to it, like if there was only one food you could have, I think mine might be the submarine sandwich.
Yeah.
The old sub sandwich, because there's so many different things you could put on it. It's very versatile. You know what I mean? Not a whole lot of rules to it.
Yeah.
But my favorite's probably I like an Italian, the
Good
Italian style.
Italian style, yeah.
Yeah, you get you some
roast
mozzarella
beef.
cheese and some pepperonis and salamis and stuff. I'm a happy fella.
Yes. In New Brunswick, New Jersey, by Rutgers, there's a place where you can get fat sandwiches, and they're subs, but you can get like very certain things on it. So the one I liked was the Fat Cat, and it's basically chicken fingers, French fries, mozzarella sticks, and something else, all in honey mustard on a sub.
Oh my goodness gracious, yes.
Yeah.
See? That's beautiful. That's why I would pick the sub, because you could just cheat. You could just have anything else you want. Like if you feel like having sushi that day, you just be like, oh, I want a sushi sub. And you just don't eat the bread. And you got sushi. Boom.
Fat sandwiches. Here it is. The Fat Cat, first and only in the original. Double. Oh, this one's different. Cheeseburger, lettuce, tomato, French fries, mayo ketchup. Which was the one that I got?
Oh, they got the chicken fat cat. French fries. The fat Sam. The fat there. That's
Yeah, bacon, egg, lettuce,
Fat
tomato,
moon.
French fries. Yeah.
Fat Elvis. Fat Elvis looks good.
Yeah, all of this chicken fingers and cheesesteak, and it's so good. Chicken fingers, Fat Cat. This is the one. Only I didn't get ketchup or tomato because I don't like ketchup and tomato. But still,
Yeah, I don't like.
I
don't like
added
tomato
I
either.
added mozzarella sticks, and they're like, no problem. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
Wait, looking at that menu, there, I don't think I don't think that's the first time they've heard that one before.
Right. But yeah, the sub that I just showed on the screen, a very long party sub, we used to get these for Christmas when we had our Christmas party. It was a 6-foot sub.
Oh man, that's so cool. The party sub. It's even got its own name. What other sandwich can you make long and then just call it a party?
Parties.
You know what I
That's
mean? Nobody
true.
brings a party grilled cheese.
No, nobody brings a, let's see, a party soup. No, they have soup, but it's not a party soup.
Yeah, they don't call it a party soup,
No, they do not.
but a party sub. You say party sub, it's like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah, this is the fact that you call it a Italian American sandwich grew from Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I
pizzerias
never
may
really
have
thought
been the
about it.
first eateries, but the turn of the 20th century were clear cut to what constituted a true restaurante. Do you like?
Ristorante.
So there's a hot topic on this channel,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pizza.
Oh yeah.
So I need to know. Yeah, hoagies. By the way, that's what I call my subs, hoagies. Um, so what constitutes a pizza? This is very specific
Oh
since
man.
channel. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a tough one. You start getting into some semantics like that. It's like people get touchy about it. Well, I think you got to have a bread,
Mhm.
a flat bread. You got to have a sauce of some sort,
Mhm.
and then there's got to be some sort of topping. And I don't really think there's any limit on that. You could either have cheese or not. You don't have to have cheese on the pizza.
Mhm.
It should have it if it's going to be any good.
I agree. Now, what? This is my least favorite one. Hold on. It's where is it? It's so gross. This one, I think. That's a
Oh, the
Chicago
Chicago,
style.
the deep dish. Yeah, that's sort of like a case could be made that is a pie.
Thank you.
Which
It's a freaking casserole.
yeah,
It's a
casserole. Yeah.
lasagna casserole, and that's what I call it. And I'm very, very passionate about it not being called a pizza, but being called something else because it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Like my
Hmm.
opinion on it being tasty or not. The shape,
Right.
the size, and what constitutes a pizza is not a Chicago style pizza.
That's true. That's
But
true. A case could definitely be made for that. Because if you ask somebody, if you're like, if you had no idea what you were talking about, you just said, "Hey, will you bring me a slice of pizza?" And then they bring you that, you're like, "Well, good lord, now I need like a fork and a spoon and a
yeah.
knife
Mm-hmm.
and a napkin. I gotta, you know what I mean? I thought it was just gonna be like a little thing that I was just gonna eat, like a slice of pizza. But you brought me a whole, like you said, a casserole.
Yeah. Yep. Seafood pizza. Okay, I'll get off pizza. Trust me, you don't want me going down this rabbit hole. Um,
Yeah, there's some very strong opinions
it's a
about that.
very
I like
strong
that though. I
opinions about
like that.
pizza. That's the
I
only
respect
thing that
that.
I'm super passionate about is pizza because I'm from New Jersey, and to me, the only
Mm.
good pizza is from New Jersey, New York.
Oh yeah. They got some great pizza up
Oh,
there for
so
sure.
good. Okay, so we talked about sub sandwiches. What's your favorite type of sub sandwich? You said an Italian?
Yeah, the Italian. If I go to like a Subway, which I like Subway, a lot of people poo poo the
Yeah.
Subway sandwich like it's below them or whatever. But I love a Subway sandwich, and I get the Italian BMT.
Oh, nice.
That's my favorite kind. But I love going to the little corner Jim's sandwich shop or whatever, and scooping up one of their sandwiches too. Those are always great.
Yeah, I usually get from Subway, and I can't remember the last time I've been, and not because I dislike it, I just don't have the opportunity.
Hmm.
A sweet onion chicken teriyaki.
Oh yeah.
That's my sub O choice.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I always want to try the other ones, but I don't go all that often myself. So every time I'm there, I'm like, well,
Might as well get what I know.
I'm gonna get this thing. So I just get the same thing every single time.
Yep,
Even
same.
even though I stand there and look at the menu like I might order something else, I never do. It's never gonna happen.
Yep, and from I don't know where you're at. Wawa, do you know what that is?
Yeah, they just started building Wawas around here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Florida officially has more Wawas than New Jersey, where it originated from, which is
Oh, really? Wow.
crazy.
Yeah,
But
that is nuts.
I'll get a hoagie, and I usually get a turkey provolone, lettuce, mayo, and onion, with honey mustard hoagie,
Ooh.
and it is delicious.
Yeah, I tried one. I've only been once. I went to they built one around here, and I went and checked it out, and I got one of the Italian things. But I felt like an idiot. I didn't know how it worked. I just walked in, and then there was like it's like a little machine,
Mm-hmm.
and then you order the thing, and then it gives you like a little receipt, and then I'm like, well, now what? Now what do I do? So I just sort of like walked around, you know what I mean? I looked at the sody pops and all that kind of stuff. And then eventually they were like, they called out my order and I'm like, yeah. And they were like, did you pay for it? And I was like, no, I don't know when the paying happens on this thing. And they're like, you got to go over there and then pay and then you come and get it. I'm like, good Lord. Made me feel like a moron. I was just trying to buy a sandwich. And I didn't know how it worked. They need to have like instructions for stupid people who don't know how to buy sandwiches from the Wawa, which is me.
Oh man, Wawa gas station in Pennsylvania. Where did it come from? Pennsylvania. Yeah. But yeah, now Alabama, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Maryland. But they're not very far west, but they go all down the East Coast.
Yeah,
And
that's interesting.
apparently
Yeah, they just
now in
started popping up
Alabama,
here.
that's crazy. I wish
they're
they
building-
would pop out here.
They're building another one that's like fairly close to me.
Yeah.
But I think they built 2 of them that I could drive to with a reasonable distance.
Yeah. And Wawa is, like I said, top tier as far as their subs or their hoagies.
Yeah,
What's
it was
a
really good.
BMT? Ari Bobby is asking. Ari.
Oh,
Bobby.
that's what they call the Italian BMT. It's oh man, I've looked it up so many times. What it stands for? It's an acronym for something. Big meaty. No bacon. No, there's not bacon on it.
Bacon, mayo,
something-
tomato.
Meat. It's an acronym for something. I forget what it is. But it's just got salami on it. It's got pepperoni. Best. I think it's something stupid like big meaty treat or something. I think it's something stupid like that. I don't know why they call it that.
Hi, I'd like a big meaty treat, please.
Big meaty
Sir,
treat, please?
that's next door. I'm gonna need
Yeah,
you
this
to
is a
get out
Subway.
of this. Yep.
I was told I could get a big meaty treat here.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. I don't know.
You need to change your website.
Right. Okay, let's talk about magic.
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 Love magic. Magic's so cool.
Magic supernatural. That was good. That was real good.
And I'd be like, oh, thank you very much. And I'd be like magic tricks, you know what I mean? Not necessarily like,
Oh yeah, this isn't the one.
you know,
I'm looking
wizardry
for.
or
Right?
anything like that.
Magician. I bet is what I need to find out.
yeah, magician. There you go. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about here that I like.
Magician. Terms in magic illusion, magician fantasy, books, films. No, I just want. Yeah, so I told you real quick. So Infozar is a magician. And
Yeah.
there's no magic category on Twitch. There's 4 magicians on Twitch. I'm on for all 4 of them. And they don't have a category yet. So he puts it under Magician, the video game.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you look under that video game, you'll find all of his stuff. Yeah, I guess... I don't know. Which one do I go under? Magic Illusion?
Illusion. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Illusionist redirects here.
Close-up magic, parlor magic, and stage magic. So what type of magic is your favorite to watch?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what parlor magic and stage magic and stuff is. I don't know really what the difference is. I like that. I like Penn and Teller. I like a lot of
Okay.
that stuff. Penn and Teller do some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy on Netflix, got a couple Netflix shows named Justin Willman. He's
Okay.
really good. Love that guy. Yeah, Penn and Teller, those are the guys that I really like. I remember watching like Chris Angel and stuff too.
Yes.
And then they had that one guy that was like the masked magician, and he was like revealing all of the tricks. Showing how
I
they did the
remember
thing.
that. I had that on VHS.
Oh man, that was so good. He had like
Where
a
he
weird
had the-
mask.
Yeah, and the giant elephant disappear or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I remember
Great
that.
stuff.
Yeah, and he's like, "This is how it's done."
Yeah. But then even when he did that, I was like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure that's how they do it.
Yeah.
'Cause it doesn't look as good when you do it, guy.
The guy, they said the reason that the guy did it was because he was tired of seeing the same old tricks and magicians, and he wanted them to actually like work for it.
Oh, well, that worked.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you didn't see any of those tricks anymore.
The saw the person in half one, like all the same tricks that have been done for years and years and years.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one of the few things that like you could still I could still be very entertained by it.
Yeah.
Even if I know it's all, like tricks, a sleight of hand or whatever, there's still like a skill to that. And I'm very impressed with it. Anybody that does like cool card tricks and magic tricks, I'm like, whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
And I want to know how they do it, but then I don't know. I don't want to know.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm always
Um,
torn.
Everybody, if you can, go follow Infozar. He's a literal
Yeah.
magician on Twitch. He's the reason that I met SockCop, so definitely check him out.
Yeah.
He's a real cool guy. If you like
Info sounds
magic,
great.
check out Infozar. I have to plug him because he's my god. So I have a contract
Yeah,
to
part of the
fulfill. Yeah.
actual obligations. I
Right.
understand.
Yeah.
Sure.
Um. Okay. So have you ever seen like a magician up close? Like, have you ever gone to a show?
You know what? I never have. The only one that I've ever been to, like in real life, was like at the fair or something like that. You know what I mean? Like one of those traveling
Yeah.
little guys that sets up and pulls something out of the hat or whatever. And it's neat, but nothing. But I've never seen like the Penn and Teller thing. I've never been to, one of them big David Copperfield type shows or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I would love to though. I think it'd be fun. I'm just always afraid. I don't want to be like picked out of the
The
crowd.
crowd. Yeah, and some magicians, they'll go ahead and they'll call you out and they'll make you feel stupid. And I
Yeah,
don't appreciate that.
yeah, I don't like that.
But most of the magicians, at least that I know, they don't try to make you feel stupid. They want to have you participate in the magic and make you feel like, not that you've been fooled, but that it's a good experience
Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it's so important.
Yeah, that's why I like that Justin Willman guy that's probably like the most recent guy that I've seen. And he does a lot of crowd stuff, but he does it in that fun way where you're part of it. And it's not like, "Ha, look at how stupid this guy is. Look, I made him think that this happened. What a dummy."
Yeah.
I don't like that kind of stuff.
No, I don't like that either. Disney's Win, Lose, or Draw on the Disney Channel, Baking Impossible. Oh, I've seen this guy before.
Yeah, he pops up on little things
What did he
here and
just
there.
do? Magic for Humans. I remember that. When I did have Netflix, I watched
Yeah.
Magic for Humans.
Yeah, we watched that recently. So it's pretty good. He's got like a special on there too. And Mo made me watch it. She was like, "Hey, watch this. I watched this thing. It's really good. You ought to watch it." And I was like, "All right, fine."
Oh, he's born in St.
So then I watched
Louis.
it. Hey, look at that.
Hey. Okay. So, the fair. What do you mean by that?
Yes. Oh, I just mean like the
The state fair?
yeah, like the state fair thing that sort of like travels through.
Yeah. What's
There's
your
one
favorite
that comes
part of
here
it?
every year. Kind of like the whole ambiance of the whole deal. And the fair that I go to is not even listed on that one. That's funny because I
Oh,
live in Alabama, but it's
Alabama.
not that one.
Yeah.
The one that I go to is called the Greater Gulf State Fair, which is a terrible name,
Yeah.
but it's fun. It comes in October. It's always in the beginning part. What
Yeah.
happened?
No, sorry. Infozar just literally popped out of nowhere.
Oh,
2:41
Infozar.
a.m. drive-by sub. So good to see Wiki Wednesday back. Infozar was
Yeah.
literally just talking about you and magicians, so you must have heard your nose tingling ears.
Magic.
Magic. Kaboom.
Yep.
Yep. We were literally just talking about you. I just shouted you out.
Good to see you, Infozar.
And thank you for the 47 months. I love you. Okay,
That's
so
fantastic.
what do you like about the fair? Like, what is it? The food? Is it the rides? Like, what do you do?
It's the food, definitely the food. The rides, not so much. I did do the ride thing for a little while, and I'm kind of over it now. I don't really
Yeah.
mess with the rides. I do get on the little kiddie rides. I got baby socks. She's 5 years old, so she loves going on the kiddie
Aw,
rides.
yeah.
So we do that. The last couple of years, she's been into that. But I think what I really love about it is it comes to our town
Mm-hmm.
around right at the beginning of, or right around Halloween time. Usually the fair is
Oh,
open on Halloween. So you got like a fair, and it's
yeah.
usually kind of cool weather, and you got like that whole fall vibe thing going on. So it's like
Yeah.
it's this whole experience, and you get to go in there and get a chicken on a stick or a
Mm.
gigantic corn dog, one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah.
some Dippin' Dots if they got it, and just sort of walk around. And that's the only time that I've ever really seen like a magician or anything in real life. They'll bring like a circus act, you know what I mean? They're like magician
Yeah.
folk, stuff like that. Just little things you can just pop in and watch. They do a show every hour or something.
Uh-huh. What do you like to eat? What's your favorite food?
Well, I'm pretty much legally obligated to get a giant corn dog. That's like tradition locked in
Right.
at this point. And I do like a chicken on a stick, but I did not get one last year because the prices went up.
Oh
They wanted like
no.
$14 for a chicken on a stick, and I was like, "Good God."
Wow. Yeah. Huh.
They got me with the corn dogs. They could charge me $100 for a corn dog, and they're like, "Ah, all right, here you go."
Right,
But
fine.
anything beyond that, I'm like, no, not paying for the extras.
Mine is fried Oreos.
Oh yeah, fried Oreos is great too.
That's literally the only thing that I will eat at a fair that I will buy is fried Oreos. Or
Ah, that's
Zeppelis. Do you
fantastic.
guys have Zeppelis by you?
No, I don't know what a Zeppelis is.
Okay, so you'll sort of know what it is.
I know
Um,
Led Zeppelin.
it's a Italian pastry, but it's usually puffed. Oh, these are horrible examples. Um, but it's usually puffed and
Hmm.
then powdered sugar. This is filled. Not normally are they filled, but you can go to the where I'm from. We had an auction place, and there was these Zeppelis, and they were so fluffy and covered in
Ooh.
showing the Jersey girl there. Well, you know what infos are? Yes. We talked about pizza already, so
Yeah, yeah, we have like a. Is that anything sort of like a funnel cake or an
yeah.
elephant ear, something along
Yes.
those lines?
Very much. It's just puffed dough with sprinkled in like probably like pancake batter or like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then sprinkled with powdered sugar, and you get them at the
Okay,
auction,
yeah.
and you shake. Oh, don't make that motion. You shake the bag, and you and you pick them out, and they're just delicious. So.
Oh, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
never, I never had that particular kind. I've had fried dough type shenanigans with powdered sugar upon it. I don't know
Yum.
if I've been privy to that particular one,
Yeah,
but it does
powdered
sound good
sugar.
though.
That's so good.
Oh,
So I'm saving this sort of for I'm saving Halloween for last because it seems like it was first on your list, so I know you have a lot to say about it.
oh yeah, love it.
What's
Yeah, I talked a little bit about it with the fair.
fair? Yeah. What's googie architecture?
Oh yeah, the Gucci architecture. That's sort of like
I thought you just
you
spelled
remember like
Google
the
wrong.
you know like the Jetsons,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
like that kind of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I
really
love that
cool. I
style.
didn't even know it had a name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I just I
that's
just
so
learned about the name not too long ago, but I just love that. I just think it's so cool. Like they make these buildings, and they're like in those weird, funky shapes, and there's not really like a structural reason for it. It just
yeah.
looks cool, and you don't see that anymore. Everything now is just like a rectangle. You're like, oh, you're building a new thing. What's it gonna look like? A
A
rectangle.
rectangle,
That's
yeah.
what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a big box, and it's gonna be like brown to gray. And don't worry about it. But there was a time when they like built all kind of cool stuff, and they were like, what if we made the ceiling go at weird angles and put little sparkly bits all over the thing and made the little front go
Yes.
boop, you know what I mean?
And what's funny is I just looked at this photo and I was like, oh, there's something just like this in New Jersey. And I looked down and it's the Caribbean Motel in Wildwood, New Jersey.
Oh, it's in New Jersey. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally the
There is
hotel
something
that I
like
was
that in New
thinking
Jersey.
about.
There it is. Yeah, look,
Yeah.
see how the sign is there. Look, the roof is all there's no
Yeah.
reason for the roof to be like that,
No. Water
except
is
it
all going to
looks
come
cool.
into that middle part.
Right in that thing, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it probably pours out of that little corner part.
This is cute with the little umbrella pieces.
Yeah, I've never seen that. That's pretty neat.
That's really cute.
I love that whole style. And look at that sign. I mean,
Yeah.
doesn't that make you want to go to the drive-in theater right there? I don't care what they're showing.
100%. Yep. Yep.
But the
Yep.
letters all cattywampus, you know what I mean? They're like off center from each other. You got the sparkly bits.
I
Love it.
like these letters here that are also and the and like they can't fit it, so
Oh,
they
look at that. That's so handy.
right.
That's a great
You don't
idea.
have to spell it out.
And also the.
And also the Heat, World War Z, Man of Steel.
Oh
That's
man.
really cool. I really didn't know this had a name.
Yeah. It's good. I just learned about it not too long ago myself that it had a name. I always knew that I liked it, but I was actually looking up the Jetsons. I went down a Wikipedia hole on the
Yes.
Jetsons, started watching that, and then I was like, "What is that? What is that style called?" And then boom, shakalaka, there it is, Googie architecture.
Wow. I really honestly thought you spelled Google wrong. I was like, why is there an I there? And why
You know,
is
so did
Google
the
architecture?
so did the computer. Thought so too. Put a little squiggly line under it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I have a squiggly line under mine. That's
Look, not
funny.
to be confused with Google. Look at that.
Yeah.
Says it right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, commentator.
Okay, so
It's
we
got
talked
another
about
name too, but
that.
that was what some guy called it, and it just kind of stuck.
Let's talk about dislike and then we'll end on Halloween. So
Okay.
what do you hate about stand-up comedy?
Well, most stand-up comedy, most of it.
Okay, okay.
I'm very, out of it kind of hurts my soul to say that I don't like most of it because I've a big, I was a big stand-up comedy guy for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that guy right there, good old George Carlin,
George
he was great.
Carlin.
There were a lot of people there, but it's just I haven't heard anybody in a long time do anything really good,
Right.
stand-up comedy wise, for me. And to me, I think it's because just the thing itself is like so it's really limiting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a haiku. Like you're in this little box. Like there's certain rules that you have to follow for it to count as stand-up comedy. Because if you start bringing in like props or something like Carrot Top, then people are like, oh, that's not stand-up comedy. It's a whole different thing. Or if you
Right.
have like somebody else on stage with you, so it's just like it's such a thing, and there's really only so much you can say.
Right.
And everything that a stand-up comedian could possibly say has already been tweeted at some point by somebody. It may have zero likes and nobody saw it, but somebody said it somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think
Yeah.
that killed a lot of it too.
I used to
So there's
watch a
just
lot of stand-up comedy on Comedy Central where they had
yeah.
the rotation of just random short comics.
Hmm.
I used to really like that because if they sucked, at least the next one was coming on.
Yeah, at
Like,
least it was short. Yeah.
you
Yeah, that's
know?
always good.
Um,
And yeah, I don't know. It was I was big into it, and I wanted to do like stand up and stuff, and I did like some open mic type things and stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun. But just being around the whole deal, and then I don't know. It's too limiting for me. And anytime I see like a clip or something of somebody, or somebody's like, "Oh, this person's hilarious. You need to watch it." It's just like it's not very funny to me. I just don't I don't know what it is. And like I say, it
yeah.
hurts my soul to say that because it was a great love of my life for many years.
So do you find that the newer comedy is kind of just awkward and it makes you
There's a lot
feel
of that.
like awkward by watching it?
Yeah, there is a lot of that.
Like I
A whole lot
can't
of awkward.
watch certain shows like The Office. I have to be in the mood for because like most people are like I love The Office and blah blah blah, and I'm like I don't like comedy that makes me feel cringy.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Like
Like I
there's
don't like
the
feeling dumb.
yeah, yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff either. I never got into The Office and the I think you should leave guy, whatever his name is. People really love that, and I just never got into it. And
Yeah.
it's not that like I think it's stupid or people shouldn't do it or whatever. It's just like I just do not enjoy looking at that. It's just not for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. There's just certain things like now there's a few anecdotal comedies that I like because they're unique and they're
Yeah.
stories. So
Yeah, see
like
that I see a clip every once in a while of somebody like telling a good funny story,
mhm.
in a funny way, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. But then it doesn't like I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna follow them. It's like, well, I heard that story, so
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I like when it's original. So
Hmm.
anecdotal, but it has to be done right for anecdotal comedy. I can get
Yeah, it
that.
really does. But it's just so limiting, like as an art form
I agree.
that it's very difficult, and I just feel like it's run its course.
That's fair. That's fair. Scotty B, hello. Okay, so Halloween. Tell me about
Yes.
it, stud.
Yeah, I love me some Halloween. Yes, I do. It's my favorite holiday. It's my favorite time of the year. Even though that I live out here in the swamp and it doesn't really get like that fall feeling
Mm-hmm.
until usually like after Halloween
Right.
is when it starts to cool down. It's still, a lot of times you're still the short sleeves and sweating all over the place
Right.
on Halloween. Sometimes we get a little cold front and it'll be okay,
There's been
but it's
times
usually
where I've
fairly
had to
warm.
wear jackets over my costume because it was too cold.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
are you? And I'm like, a bundled up snowman. Like,
Exactly. I've got a great costume under here. You just won't get to
you
see it.
just cannot see it. But give me the candy anyway.
Yes, it's very intricate, very expensive. Too bad you can't see it.
Right. But go
Yeah,
on. I'm
there's been a
sorry.
couple of those where it's been cold that you had to wear a jacket, but usually it's great. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just more of like a nostalgia thing or what it is, but just the Halloween vibe. I'm all about it. Now it's become like a lot of people make it their whole personality on like
Mm-hmm.
the internet and stuff like that. See a lot of Halloween people, and it's like they do nothing but watch scary movies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like tainted the whole thing for me because I'm like, oh, yeah, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
find a hobby or something like that. But I understand that because I'm kind of like that too. But I do like to save the Halloween season for the Halloween season and
Yeah.
not do it necessarily. Otherwise, it loses all its
It's
specialness.
specialness. Yeah. And so, do you like pumpkin things?
I do. I do.
Ah,
I love a
yes.
pumpkin thing.
So,
Yeah,
like
big pumpkin
pumpkin
guy.
spice, pumpkin pie, pumpkin
Yeah, more like
loaf.
pumpkin pie things. I'm big into that. I mean, pumpkin spice latte. I usually get one begrudgingly every year. I don't really care. It's too sweet.
Yeah.
I don't really do much like the sugar stuff in the coffees and things. But they do come out like they got these little Debbie's, these little pumpkin flips or whatever they're called, and they got like little cookies with pumpkin in them, and they look like jack o' lanterns. I get those. Those are delicious. So
Yeah.
I do like all the pumpkin flavored things.
I love pumpkin loaves. I just,
Oh, I don't know if I've ever
yeah.
had a pumpkin
So
loaf.
I like zucchini loaves and pumpkin loaves.
I've had zucchini bread before, but I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I've ever had pumpkin bread. That
Oh, it's
sounds good.
so good.
Oh
Highly
man, I gotta
suggest.
find some.
Yeah, highly suggest. Oh, there's a.
That's
Go ahead.
I'll just say that's like the only time of the year that I really fully give in to like all the advertising and that kind of stuff. Like I'll go out and I'm gonna buy boxes of like Count Chocula and stuff like that.
Yeah, Count Chocolate.
That's just like it's like a tradition.
They make pumpkin Cheerios, pumpkin spice Cheerios.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you, they are my favorite. They only make them so long, so I still have a box that's in my cabinet. Obviously, I'm not gonna eat it, but the fact
Mhm.
knowing that it's there makes me feel better.
Yes, I totally understand that.
It's a
I've got like some
tchotchke.
yeah, tchotchke. That's exactly what it is. I got some Halloween cereal boxes on my walls and stuff over here. I just keep it around because I just look at it. It makes me smile a little bit.
Makes me smile.
I'm like, yep. There he is, Captain Crunch as a vampire,
Those
helping
were
me
the
make it through the day.
days.
Yep.
That was yesterday, hun. But look at it on the
But
wall.
look at it. Oh, such good times we had. But I love that. And all the specials and things. It's just, I don't know. I really like traditions and things like that. I always forget. You know what I mean? I'll be like, dadgummit, it's the 4th of July. I forgot to have a barbecue or whatever.
Right.
But Halloween is always, that's the time. There's certain things that I always do around then. And, I just love that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
always watch the Charlie Brown Halloween special.
Oh, nice.
And now that baby sock is the right age, we like to go trick or treating. I found a really good neighborhood that's
Aw.
like that's really good for trick or treating. You just park on the street and they got sidewalks and like almost all the houses participate. It's like a dadgum like Hallmark movie, but Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
So we've been doing that the past couple of years, and that's really brought me a lot of joy.
Do they give out full size candy bars?
Not full size candy bars, but
Ah,
they are. I don't know what the word is. Not stingy with them. They will
that's
give you a big
good.
old handful.
Yeah, we used to go to the rich neighborhoods because they gave out full size candy bars. So I'm walking with the Butterfinger, like chewing
Oh man.
around. Like,
Yeah, yeah. This is a pretty ritzy neighborhood that we go through here.
that's
But
great.
I need to find the full bar neighborhood. I know there's one around. I just got to figure out where they are.
Yeah,
But the one we've been going to has been great.
that's awesome. Well, here we are at 2 hours, and I wanted to say thank you, Mr. SockCop,
Well,
for
thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun.
yeah, I'm so glad. I'm really happy that everybody is popped in and said hello, and I'm really glad of the stories that we told. Those were sometimes I never know what comes out of my mouth, so I really like it when I can talk to somebody that isn't me, and see what comes out.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, no, thank you so much. This VOD will be up on YouTube tonight, if not tomorrow morning. For Wiki Wednesday, we're going to bring it back. We might just make it 1 month segment. That way I don't feel so pressured. But guys, thank you so much for being here. And SockCop, thank you so much for being my guest. We are going to go on a raid. So let's see. Is there a raid target you would like, or do you want me to pick one?
Oh, you pick. I don't even know who
Okay.
was on. I could pull it up and find somebody, but
We're
you do
all
it.
gonna go to an art stream with Gizmo and Bunny. He's the one who is one of my mods, and he's an art streamer. Raid Gizmo and Bunny. He's I've known him since I was born. So he's a really cool guy. And definitely give him a follow. His art is like all his passion. So I highly suggest. But thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Goodbye, everybody.
Here's the raid call that's not a raid call. Just wrote one up.